Celebrity Every Day 26. Gotham's most underrated hero just earned a horrifying new origin as a supervillain warning. Contains spoilers for DC vs. Vampires, World War V, Darkness and Light No. 1. Batman has carefully assembled Gotham's most formidable crime fighters to join the Bat family, knowing that protecting the city is a relentless, full-time mission. With Gotham's safety always at risk, he needs all the help he can get. However, one of his lesser-known allies has now been swept onto a dark and dangerous path. Transformed into a bloodthirsty vampire, she now poses a deadly new threat in an alternate universe. The heroes of the DC universe are constantly going up against major world-ending threats, and they don't win in every universe. That was certainly the case in DC vs. Vampires, World War V, Darkness and Light No. 1 by Matthew Rosenberg and Otto Schmidt. Despite the Justice League's best attempts, the vampire forces were able to take over the world. Anyone who tried to stop them was either transformed into vampires or killed by the undead forces. Most of the Bat family is dead, but one lesser-known Bat family member managed to rise to a high rank in the vampire forces. Harper Row returns to DC, but not the way we expected. DC vs. Vampires, World War V, Darkness and Light No. 1, written by Matthew Rosenberg with art by Otto Schmidt. Batman's job is to scare criminals, not civilians. This approach has inspired many people to rise up and help fight crime. One such person was Barbara Gordon, who became Batgirl after being inspired by Batman's example. But she wasn't the only one. Harper Row, a disadvantaged kid from Gotham, also sought to assist Batman during the New 52 era. Though Harper lacked formal combat training, she was a brilliant mechanic and quickly realized Batman was tapping into the Gotham power grid. Initially, Batman rejected her help, but he soon recognized her determination and her unrelenting desire to try to make a difference in Gotham. Reluctantly, he welcomed her into the Bat family. However, Harper's time in the vigilante life was short-lived. As the sole caretaker of her younger brother, Cullen, she chose to step away to devote more time to caring for him. Since then, Harper has been seen infrequently in the comics, only reappearing when the Bat family needs extra help during major crises. Harper Row loses her brother. Where does that leave her now? Wonder Woman just claimed Batman's sidekick as her own in the DC vs. Vampire universe. Harper's backstory takes a much darker turn. She still did her best to protect Cullen, but she couldn't keep him away from the vampires forever. Eventually, the vampire Wonder Woman appeared and slaughtered all of her friends. Kidnapping Cullen, Wonder Woman transformed Harper into a vampire. It's currently unclear why exactly Wonder Woman decided Harper was worth turning, but considering how vampirism typically strips the inflicted of their morals, it's likely she won't remain a hero. Instead, she'll likely walk a much darker path. Every hero in the DC universe who is transformed into a vampire, except for Damian Wayne, for some reason, instantly becomes evil. Hal Jordan, Wonder Woman, Superman, Martian Manhunter, and some of the purest and greatest heroes DC has to offer all immediately turned evil once they were transformed. While Harper Row hasn't been able to make a name for herself in the Earth Prime continuity, fans will likely have a hard time forgetting the impact this vampiric version of one of Batman's least-known allies will leave. DC vs. Vampires, World War V, Darkness and Light No. 1 is on sale from DC Comics on February 12, 2025. Celebrity Every Day 26.